Morning. Happy Sunday. Yoga's right over there. I gotta go soon and hydrate. And then pray to the God within me. Speaking of which, I've been having some harassment issues online by people who are instructing me what a gay man is. And I released a little video about it a few days ago. But I can't let go because it's so important to me, and it's continued. First, you know, a gay woman from Brighton. I know, argument's already lost at that point. But anyway, she was telling me what a cis male was and a non-cis male. I won't go into it here. You can look it up. If you can be bothered, get a Latin dictionary. Oh. Anyway, so she was telling me that basically a trans man is a man and all this made-up shit that they talk about. And I was correcting her on biology and facts and stuff. And then she's like, okay, grandpa. Okay, old man, nobody cares what you think. I don't care at all. She said it twice. And I'm like, well, then why are you harassing me? And it's the arguments of the idiots, like, you're old, you don't get it. Okay, right. And then, by the way, you're welcome for all that civil rights work for 4 decades, but also, and then she said, you're a comedian, where are your jokes? I'm like, we travel in different circles, and I'm out of your pay scale. You can't afford me. And then that was it. I didn't hear back. And then a friend of mine, a friend from the internet, started preaching to me about what trans gay men are men. And I'm like, darling, they're not gay men. I'm like, you don't have to sleep with them. I do. And they're not. I've been in that position where I've done it. And it didn't work out because I'm a gay man. This is what they look like. And she was going on and on about how we're going to fall out over this. And I'm like, we're not going to fall out. I'm just never going to speak to you again because you think you can instruct me on what a gay man is. It's the same old homophobia rehatched. Seriously. You are this. You get to behave this way. I'm a heterosexual female telling you exactly what you are and how you get to express yourself. And that's it. And I'm like, a lot of people I know feel very uncomfortable with this sort of thing, especially trans people that I grew up with or live with or work with and have for decades. They're not comfortable with you militarizing who they are. It's not a weapon. It's not Narnia. You don't get to interpret it. A woman who wants to be a gay man can label herself whatever she wants, but she's not a gay man. This is. I can show you other parts that prove it. It's so strange to me that women defend this, when in reality you ask yourself, but you're a woman. Do you think it's so easy for you to just trade up or down? Being gay is not an iPhone. You don't get a different model. You just are a woman who, is still fucking men. You're heterosexual. It's like, I don't care what you do. Fuck who you like. God knows I have. And who I didn't like. And then the sex was better. But I banged Alexis Arquette before he became a full-fledged trans performer in LA, and he's since died, but he was fantastic, and he had a huge dick, a lot of trainees do, and he could blow himself and come in his own mouth. It was amazing. We weren't really good friends, but we worked together a lot in London and in LA, and I don't think he ever would have fought this argument that these women are trying to throw in my face, or I don't think he wanted to be thought of in any specific one way. He was just who he was. And, a lot of trans people don't want to give up their parts. They want to keep them. So then what? I've been to clubs where I'm like, I didn't know it was trans night until I had my finger up somebody's vagina. Oops, I thought that was a butthole. Well, here we go. Let's deal with this now. I saw friends eating pussy. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, it's trans night. You better get on the pussy. My friend was like, you better get on the pussy, motherfucker. Why am I doing this accent? He's white. You better get on the pussy. Because it's not a black or white accent. It's a sex accent. Anyway, you better get on the pussy, motherfucker. I'm just quoting Samantha in Sex and the City. She didn't say that part. She might have. I haven't seen every episode. I'm lying. I've seen them all 10 times. So, yes, I'm old compared to a young, vibrant, verbose, pointy glass wearing, magenta haired lesbian from Brighton, but that doesn't mean that I don't get what a gay man is. So I get it as often as I can. So I'm going on about this because it's very important to me that I don't disappear into some miasma of what people think are civil rights, because a friend of mine was online asking this woman from Brighton to explain cis to him. He's a comedian I know from the circuit here, a straight guy. And she started to paint by numbers like, well, if you're a cis gay man, then you're a gay man who's a cis, and blah, blah, blah. And that's how it works, get it? And he's like, oh, okay. Because, you know, a lot of straight guys don't want to fight the argument, and they don't want to be canceled because they're comedians, and they don't want to, you know, even write jokes about it because they don't know where to go with it because the audience is so mixed up. This is the point. If I try to write jokes about this shit, you know, I don't get work again. Because apparently I'm old and, you know, not funny. Where are your jokes, comedian? But also because, you know, I'm being lectured to by the audience about who I am and how I'm meant to behave, and I'm tired of that. I thought we'd moved on. And Britain's so reasonable. I worry more here that this is taking hold. So let's step back and look at it. If you're a woman who claims to be a gay man, go for it. It's a big responsibility. It's a huge audition process. Improve your wardrobe and learn some hit songs from 40 years ago. Then shave your areas, go to a gay club, do some drugs, meet some young people, and stay up for 3 days. And then we'll talk. Although, you know, you'll still be a woman, but you'll be a bit sweatier and more knowledgeable. You can bang all the gay guys you want, but I'll tell you, if you drag your vagina into bed and put it in the gay guy's face, he's gonna object. Because you're not a gay man. This sounds like lunacy. I can't believe I should even have to say this out loud. And I know this is gonna offend people, I know. But I've lived through the last pandemic, the real one, and I know what finger pointing and it's your fault and now you're gonna die because of your behavior feels like. And when I'm being harassed about who I am and told that I don't have the right to be who I am, it feels the same. Just so you know. God, I'm talking about feelings. They're so transient, but mine about this subject won't change. Love you guys. This is my Sunday sermon. Have a great... Oop, I dropped my glasses, but they're the cheap ones I bring out of the house. Because the good ones I left on a train in Athens. So don't leave the house with your good glasses is the first lesson. And love yourself and who you are. Because that ain't going to change.